A Saturday afternoon in Maple Ridge smelled of freshly cut grass and gasoline from the neighbors' lawnmowers. Megan sat on the wooden steps of her porch, pressing her face in her palms as if trying to keep together everything that was still whole. Tom had left an hour ago, not slamming doors, not shouting. He simply placed 2 suitcases in the trunk and, looking past her, said, "This will be better. For both of us." On the fridge, a shopping list was pinned with a magnet alongside a short note, "I'm sorry." The bedroom doorway still smelled of his cologne, and somehow, that hurt the most. Across the street, neighbor Jake Harper was returning from his auto shop in his gray pickup. From afar, he saw the shadow of despair on Megan's face. He put his thermos on the hood, crossed the street, and without asking, "May I?" simply stood on the lower step. "Hey," he said softly. "You look like you just lost a war." "It never even started," Megan croaked. "He's gone. Said he's tired of carrying us both. Like I'm a burden." "You know," Jake sat beside her, "sometimes people don't run away from us. They run from their own fears. That's not your fault." Her 8-year-old daughter Ellie came out barefoot, hair messy, wearing a t-shirt with a glittery unicorn. She stopped, glanced at her mom, then at Jake. "Mr. Jake, do we still have paint for the windmill? It's not spinning again." "We'll find some," he nodded. "And then we'll all go get ice cream. It's Saturday, after all." While Ellie ran for her sneakers, Megan whispered, "I'm scared. Bills, work. Ellie. I don't even know where to start." "We'll start small," he replied. "First, breathe. Then we'll write a list. I'll bring my tools, fix the railing. When the porch stands strong, it's easier for you to stand strong too." They sat together, listening to neighbors shaking out sheets, a dog barking, a truck humming along the highway. The sun crawled along the siding, leaving warm squares on the boards. "I don't want Ellie to remember this day as the day we were abandoned," said Megan. "Then let's make it the day we took the wheel ourselves," Jake winked. "Go grab some water. I'll get my thermos. And Megan, if you want to cry, cry. Tears don't break people. Silence does." When they came back, Ellie had spun the old metal windmill, and it finally rustled to life. Megan smiled through tears, crooked, but genuine. For a moment, it seemed the world wouldn't collapse today. Not completely, anyway. That evening, Jake sawed off a rotten board, screwed in a new one, and left a pack of spare nails by the door. "You'll need these," he said. Megan watched him go and, for the first time that day, breathed deeply. The porch stood stronger. Maybe she would, too. Monday began with phone calls, dripping like a leaky gutter, never ending. The bank, the internet provider, the school bus coordinator. Each, "Sorry, but your account is overdue," squeezed Megan's chest tighter. By noon she was behind the counter at Route 6 Diner, covering a shift. The owner, Mrs. Page, sighed, "Tips are 50-50, honey. Hang in there." People in town knew how to sympathize, but gossip was their true talent, and Megan felt it with every glance. After her shift, she went to a PTA meeting. Other moms showered her with patronizing smiles and questions that mixed sympathy with curiosity. "So he really left for Tulsa? How are you going to manage now?" "There's an opening at the library if you want," Megan thanked them, but inside, she longed for her quiet porch steps. Meanwhile, Jake was repainting the railings. Ellie brought him lemonade in a dolphin cup. "Mom's smile isn't real today," she said seriously. "Smiles are like old pickups," Jake answered. "They don't always start on the first try." That evening, Megan came home exhausted but saw the freshly painted railing. Surprised how one small detail could make a house more like home, she sat with Jake and unfolded a to-do list. Talk to a lawyer about divorce. Open a separate bank account. More work hours at the diner or a side job. Garage sale on Saturday. Call Mom. She circled this one twice. Add a sixth, Jake suggested. Change the lock on the back door. Not for safety from others. For your own peace of mind. How do you know about that? Experience. After Afghanistan, I couldn't sleep in rented apartments. Put in new locks, it got quieter in my head. They laughed at Ellie's plan to name the garage Sail and Lemonade, with sparkles. Still, whispers buzzed online. In the town's Facebook group, someone wrote that Tom was seen with a young office manager from the car dealership. Megan turned off her phone. Jake set his hand on the railing, just close to hers, but not touching. Let's agree on this, he said. What others say is their noise. What we say to ourselves, that's our home. Here, it's quiet. Here, it's honest. That night, tucking Ellie in, Megan whispered goodnight without choking back tears. Tomorrow would be hard. But tomorrow already had a plan. That changed everything. On an April morning at Sandy Bay County Court, the air smelled of coffee and paper. Megan sat clutching a folder of documents, bank statements, rental agreements, school letters. Tom appeared in a storm gray shirt, brisk and self-assured. He talked fast about finding himself, not meaning to hurt, Ellie being better off with him on weekends in Tulsa. Megan listened, and realized his words no longer pierced her. Pain was gone, replaced by silence. The judge granted Megan temporary custody, Tom visitation rights, and ordered him to help with expenses. Nothing dramatic, just the rules. But for Megan, it was a gulp of cold water after a marathon. Outside, Jake waited by his pickup with 2 coffees. Well. We did everything right, she sighed. It's just the beginning, but I'm standing. That week, they held the garage sale. Ellie sold old comics for 50 cents, while friends drew chalk hearts on the driveway. Neighbors brought pies, Mrs. Page offered extra diner shifts. By day's end, a box labeled, "For a fresh start," held a decent sum. I'll buy a real blender and make smoothie specials at the diner, Megan joked. And save a little just for yourself, Jake said. Not for the house, not for Ellie, not for court. For you. You'll make me buy cowboy boots. If they've got sparkles, Ellie approves. Evenings they painted the mailbox and fence together. Jake taught Ellie to throw a baseball, Megan showed him how to bake cinnamon rolls. Life was stitched together by small victories, new diner customers, Ellie's praised drawing of "Home on the Porch." One night Megan came home to find a new door latch installed, old screws neatly stacked in a bag. A note read, "Now everything holds better. J." She touched the cool metal, realizing this was exactly what she'd been missing, not someone to drag her forward, but someone who shored up what wobbled. June brought a storm, hail rattling like stones, sirens blaring. Power went out across the block. Megan and Ellie moved into Jake's house, he had a generator. They warmed soup on a camp stove, laughed at how Jake's dog hid from thunder. It felt like camping, tight, cozy. Late at night, a knock. Tom stood there, soaked, reeking of gasoline. "I need to talk to Megan. Now." Jake stepped forward. "Come back tomorrow at 9. If it's about Ellie, we'll talk. But there's a child here tonight. Don't tell me what to do with my family." Tom barked. Megan came to the porch, wrapped in a blanket. She expected flowers, apologies, but saw a man pouring guilt into anger, demanding forgiveness. "You wanted freedom, you have it," she said steadily. "If you want to see Ellie, schedule it. If you want to come back, this isn't your home anymore." "Because of him?" Tom nodded toward Jake. "Because of me. I won't make myself smaller just to make someone else comfortable." Tom tried to push in, but Jake blocked the way. Calmly, firmly, he repeated, "You're not sober. There's a child here. Come back tomorrow, clear." Tom roared off, tires spinning. The storm above echoed his fury. Megan's hands shook, not from fear, but from the weight of drawing the line. Jake handed her hot water. "Thanks," she whispered. "I thought I'd break." "You didn't break," he said. "You just rehung the door. Now it opens and closes on your terms." The next day Tom returned sober. They signed custody agreements, filed Ellie's school contacts, and set a trespass notice with the sheriff in case Tom relapsed. The town soon lost interest. Highway floods were more exciting than private storms. That night, unlocking her new lock, Megan realized her home breathed differently. No longer collecting fear, just holding steady the things that mattered, her choices, her voice, her quiet "I can." A year passed. On Independence Day, Maple Ridge held a parade, school marching band, veterans in old convertibles, kids with red, white, blue hats. On the corner, a new kiosk opened, Porchlight Bakery. Its sign showed a glowing bulb over wooden steps. Cinnamon rolls sold out first, the smoothie window was a hit in the heat. Megan worked the counter while Jake adjusted a dynamo lamp Ellie insisted should glow for real at night. Tom now visited every other weekend, took Ellie to the water park or the movies, and always returned her on time. He spoke calmly. They no longer hurt each other. That was enough. In the evening, neighbors gathered for a block picnic, ribs, grilled corn, Mrs. Page's famous cherry pie. Megan sat on her sturdy porch, watching Ellie run with sparklers. For the first time in ages, her smile was genuine. "Remember," she said to Jake, "you told me about a sixth item on the list. Something just for yourself." "Yeah. I bought tickets to a concert in Cleveland. Tomorrow, Ellie and I are going on an adventure." "And for yourself alone?" he asked softly. "Oh," Megan smiled, "I enrolled in evening accounting classes. And I let myself not be afraid to stay close to people who stay close to me." She looked at Jake. There was no debt or guilt in her gaze, just gratitude, and something unnamed, unhurried. Jake held out his hand, not as a lifeline, but as an invitation to dance once the fireworks faded. They rose, spinning lightly on the wooden boards he had once repaired. When the sky grew dark, they lit the porchlight sign. A warm glow spread over the steps, the mailbox, the fence, sinking into the grass. The light wasn't bright, but steady, like the habit of waking early to brew coffee. "You know," Megan said, "sometimes I think everything we did this year was just learning to turn on the light when it's dark." "And remembering the switch is in our own hands," Jake replied. Ellie ran up, hugged them both, and pressed her nose to her mom's shoulder. Somewhere in the distance, the last firework sparkled out. The town quieted, and the porch breathed steadily, like the heart of a home that had learned to hold strong. The light above didn't blind. It simply was. And somehow, that was enough.